AI, let's dive into it for a second. Want to get some interaction here with you guys. Who here has used AI before? Show of hands. Great. Awesome. Now, out of those, who here has used ChatGPT? Most of ChatGPT? Great. Awesome. How about any other tools? Anyone else use any other tools? Couple? How about you? What tools are you using?
Use Perplexity, AI,
Midjourney, Perplexity, awesome. Anyone else? Some other tools there? You guys using it mainly for business? Show of hands? Both personal, business? Great, yeah, it's great for both things. For my personal life, I've used it for preparing meal plans, writing speeches for family events, understanding various different ways to educate my toddler and things like that. So it's really great for both uses, but this one we'll be talking about mainly for business. So those of you guys who use AI, I want to hear from you. What have been some of the best things about it for you guys? Anyone here?
We use it for processes. We use our Bible and we make videos of processes for our employees.
Processes for employees, that's perfect. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. That's awesome. Anyone else?
Lazy design.
Lazy design, perfect. Yeah, there we go. So we're using it for streamlining business processes, for saving some time. Anyone else? Copywriting, there we go. That's what we'll be talking a little bit more about that today. On the copywriting stuff, and giving you guys some tips and hacks there. So, in today's market, foreign businesses, not just foreign businesses, but any businesses in general, it's becoming harder and harder to get in front of customers. It's more complex. There's an evolving digital landscaping, and expanding to new markets requires strategic planning and resources. So one of the critical hurdles that businesses are facing is that they're finding it harder and harder to stay competitive and stay relevant. And also, of course, who can relate? You don't have enough time. I know I sure have that issue, and leveraging AI has definitely helped with that. So the impact on these challenges, it affects growth. It's hard to scale. It's becoming more difficult to reach customers and limits market penetration. So leveraging AI here gives us a huge leg up. So let's understand AI. What is AI? AI is a tool for efficiency, right? It's a tool that can enhance productivity, a tool that can help with decision making, a tool that helps you work smarter and quicker. AI should be viewed as a powerful tool. It enhances productivity and decision making. It's like having a digital assistant that can analyze data, predict trends, and automate routine tasks. So it allows you to focus on making strategic decisions or doing what you do best, enjoying the things. Removes a lot of the mundane activities, he said. As that guy mentioned, boring work takes that away from it. So, we've known about AI for a long time, and there is obviously these controversies of whether or not it's a good or a bad thing. The fact of the matter is, we can't really change the reality that it's here. Ever since Terminator movie came out a long time ago, we knew that it was coming, and it's here, and it's definitely more advanced and scarier than it has been. But currently, you need to understand kind of what it's not. I saw this video here on my news feed just a few days ago, and I thought it was really funny here. Let's see, do we have audio?
Yeah, I seen that guy.
Doesn't matter. Audio is not that important here. Actually, we can get that working for the next slide there. So, I thought this was funny. Playing mini golf with a robot. Obviously, we're not quite there yet, but it's something that we need to take seriously and we need to embrace. So, let's get back back to the presentation here. So let's understand what AI isn't, right? It's not replacing humans completely, at least not yet, right? By no means am I an expert on any of that stuff, so I have no idea what's going on in the background there. But it's definitely, it's a common misconception that AI is here to replace us. That's not the case. AI is designed to work alongside humans, complementing our skills, capabilities, and not replacing the unique qualities and insights of your brain. Right? People still need people. Business is a very social thing. People want to understand people. People want to be with people. And AI is definitely not going to be replacing that anytime soon. So, why integrate AI into your business? We talked about a few of those reasons earlier. I heard from you guys. It's time and cost savings. So, it's definitely significantly reduced my business cost and the amount of time that I have to focus on certain tasks. Data-driven decisions, right? So it removes emotions from making decisions. I actually recently went through a hiring process of a really key position in my company, and I was torn between these two candidates, and I had an emotional tie. One really wanted to, one had more this experience and that, and there was too much emotion in it. I put that into ChatGPT. I like to call ChatGPT my friend Chappy. Put it into Chappy, and Chappy gave me some feedback and advice that took those emotions out of that decision. So data-driven decisions, which is obviously a very important thing. And it gives you a competitive edge, right? Like I said, it's important to adapt because whether you like it or not, AI is here. And if it's here, better adapt and adopt it. Right? The early adoption is going to give you guys a competitive edge against your competitors, and it will help you, optimize operations, enhance customer experiences, and innovate in your market space. So there are literally hundreds of AI tools popping up these days. These are some of the ones that I'm most familiar with, being a digital marketing specialist. So these are the ones that I'm most familiar with. However, there's tons more. So, of course, you got the ChatGPT, which is the one I'm going to be covering mostly today. Midjourney, as mentioned, for images. Claude is another form of ChatGPT by another company. And I haven't used that as much because I'm from Canada and it's not available in Canada. And there's tons of other ones. You have ones that are good for visuals. Fathom is a great one that I use. Records all my online meetings and then sends me summaries and to-do lists all automatically, which has been great. And Notion AI is really good for business and process management. So these are just a few. Like I said, these are just a few that I use. But you can imagine most legacy software and tools out there, whether it be a CRM or design software or things like that, they're going to be adopting AI, some form of AI, if they haven't already. So I'm sure there's an AI solution or tool for almost every problem you guys are facing. So talk about how AI works and maximizing the potential. I am really not an AI developer or anything like that, so to be honest, having this explanation here is basically as much as I can explain in terms of the technicalities of it, but it doesn't really matter to me or to you guys. What matters is that you understand how to maximize AI's usage, right? So you want to make sure you're clear, specific, and understand what you want to get out of it, what the objective of using an AI tool is, and then working with that. Now, ChatGPT is the one we're going to be talking about next in the next few minutes here, and I'll give you guys some advice there. But when it comes to other tools, know that there are definitely ways to leverage other AI tools and combine them with other softwares if you hire certain developers to be able to do that. So let's talk about maximizing ChatGPT output. All right, so most people use ChatGPT just to provide one question or direction and then kind of get disappointed with results, I said, oh, it's okay, but it's not that great. It seems pretty mechanical, things like that. But the key is providing you as much information as possible, which includes feeding its knowledge base. I like to call it feeding the beast. So there are things that you can do. You can give it websites to read, you can do it PDFs to read, books to read, manuals to read. As much information as you can give it, the better, right? So these are some tips that I have. You're going to want to use ChatGPT 4. It's beyond better than the previous GPT versions. Also mainly because GPT 3.5, I believe, stopped crawling the internet over a year ago. So GPT 4 is more up to date. Pay for a pro account, it's $20 a month. You get a lot more usage out of it. You get access to plugins, which are really great as well. There's also like pre-built prompts, depending on what you want to do. As a digital marketing agency, we use one called AIPRM, which has tons of pre-built prompts in it. So we just find one that works, and we just put in a few more information that's already been programmed for us to use. Use plugins, like I said. We use WebPilot and Ask PDF, because those ones crawl the internet, crawl websites, and also can read and understand PDFs. There's a number of other plugins that are great as well, depending on what you're trying to achieve, whether it's to create images, presentations, designs, even workflows. Use plugins for that. You want to provide as much detail as possible to what you want the output to be. So like I said, train it on who you are and who you service. Fill in your brand info. So there is a place to put in branded information, who you are, what your website is, who your customers are, etc. So give it as much information as possible, especially if you're using it for your business, so that it understands who you are and what your output should be. This one is probably the best one that I have learned over the last, I would say, 6 or 8 months of using ChatGPT, is getting it to ask you questions, right? So I always end a prompt with, do you understand? Making sure it understands me. And then once I understand, I've ensured myself that it understands what I'm asking of it, then I ask it, give me 20 questions that would allow you to do the best job possible for this task. And sure enough, 20 questions pop out, and I answer it with as much detail as possible. I submit that information, it keeps on going, and I say, are there any other things you need to know to do a better job? So we'll give you some examples. This is a prompt that I did yesterday, and I said, your role is now the sales manager for a retail flooring store that caters primarily to the residential flooring market, but also has its end in some commercial flooring. Do you understand? And I said, understood, as a sales manager for the flooring company, etc. I said, I would like you to learn as much as possible about the challenges and frustrations that your ideal customers have and how to present the right flooring solutions to them. Eventually, I will be using you to respond to customers' queries. Do you understand? And it said, yes, understood. And I said, what information do you need from me to be the best AI flooring sales manager? And it gave me a list of things that it needs from me. This is mainly things like target customer profile, product range, right, information about products, the competitive landscape, sales and marketing strategies, customer feedback and challenges, installation and maintenance services, trends and innovations, policies and procedures. So it's asking for pretty relevant stuff. So I didn't have the time to feed it all into it, but then I asked it, outside of information related to flooring, do you need anything else? The additional information regarding sales techniques to properly get leads to connect into, to convert into customers. And then it asked me, what's your sales process over? Let's map out your customer journey. What are your USPs? What kind of sales and training techniques are you using for your team? Customer interaction guidelines, lead qualification criteria, performance metrics, KPIs, right? Feedback and improvement processes. All these things would be able to give it to really understand who we are, what we do, and what we would want out of it when it comes to selling. I said, is there anything else anything on the internet you could familiarize yourself with all of this? And it said, yes, I'll familiarize myself with various different things like industry publications and websites, sales and marketing and blogs and journals, online courses and webinars, competitor websites and reviews. So you can see it's really asking you a lot of different things here, and it's giving you what it wants. So if we're able to put this all together for it, can you guys see the benefit and can you imagine how powerful this tool would be? Now, this can be used, I'll get to it in a few minutes, this can then be used to program into, connect to another API of another tool that creates automated chats with customers on your website, or leads who fill out a form on your site. It can actually have conversations with them via email or SMS, things like that, because it knows everything about your business, what you do, and how to answer certain questions. So obviously the more you give it, the more you feed the beast, the better the output's going to be. Let me just get back to the presentation here. All right, so let's talk about some applications of AI for your contracting or renovation, any business. Mainly this. Now, disclaimer, I am not an AI developer or expert on using it for every aspect of business. I run a digital marketing agency, so my knowledge of using AI is mainly for the things that relate to that and how I've used it in my own business. So some of the things I'm going to talk about is going to be more related to marketing, websites, growth, and things like that. So let's talk about, there's three aspects: visuals, content marketing, and business and process optimizations. Let's talk about visuals for a second. So social media and marketing creatives or flyers or things like that, if you want to put together banners for a trade show, you can literally use AI programs like Midjourney or Canva. Even Meta ads have an AI component right now where you can tell what kind of image you want to use and create something. DPAI, there are a number of different AI image generators. And you can get them to create pretty great images for you. So Midjourney, for example, I used it yesterday, just trying it out, and I put in the prompt, I want to create a Midjourney. If you've ever used, you have to use the prompt imagine, like /imagine. So imagine luxury vinyl planks in a beautiful kitchen with white marble countertops. And this is what it gave me in about 30 seconds. Right? Pretty nice images. I would be happy to use that for my marketing materials, and just imagine, put your logo on there, your website information, things like that. That's what I gave you. So these are pretty appealing images, and it literally took 30 seconds to give you. I know it's scary, but it's available at our fingertips. So let's use it. Another example is, imagine a flooring contractor laying down great carpet tile in a 1970s basement with cedar wood panel walls. And the reason I did that is because that's exactly what we just did in my basement. And this is what came out. The one on the left didn't have the wood panel, but the other one's pretty damn accurate. And within 30 seconds, these pictures popped up. All right, this one was shown to me by a friend a few weeks ago. Any of you guys know about Adobe Firefly? Have you heard about that or seen it? So Adobe is a design software, right? It's introducing AI technology components, which is, I think, is going to have a massive impact on this industry and will help your. Sure. One second. Take a look at what you see here in this Adobe Firefly, right? It basically allows you to click on a few things, change various different colors. You can even prompt it, just give it, what you want it to create, and it will create within 2 seconds. River, got some trees. let's see. Let's go ahead a little bit here. So you can give it various different prompts, and it creates it there. So I want you to watch this. Imagine the implications of having this tool at your fingertips when you're trying to sell a prospect on new floors or renovations, right? So here, let's take a look at this one here, which is actually by an interior designer. Starts with an empty white room, a blank canvas, and you can see there in the bottom right, it's actually giving it feedback on what they want. You can select an area and say what you want there. Closet with blue clothes, white leather couch, things like that. So this is pretty awesome. Again, I haven't played around with it myself yet, but my friend said this is really awesome, and just imagine, going to an in-home estimate and having this on a tablet with you. There's great tools like the Room Visualizer, like Roomvo and stuff like that. We use that on our websites. But having this as well, where you can really just customize that design within a few clicks. There, they put in some nice floors.
So that starts with an image that you actually have on the space?
Yeah, you can start with the image you have in your own space, just like the Roomvo, or you can start with a blank canvas like that. So I think that would be really huge for people to leverage that further as it expands. Again, like I said, personally I don't have any experience with using it myself, but it looks pretty awesome. So when it comes to visuals also, there's tools like CapCut. We use that for a lot of our ads. Film a quick 30-second selfie video or something like that, and CapCut will automatically add the captions. It also has AI video edits, so if you give it a bunch of different videos, it will edit it to the right format, remove pauses and ums and things like that. Time-lapse videos are great for installers, contractors. It has some AI components in there as well. Now this next one is pretty crazy. It's too bad we don't have the volume for this. Okay, so this next one, I found this tool. I said AI video creator, and I found one called InVideo. Now, InVideo is free to use, although the free versions include a stock, their logo and stock and things like that. But I prompted something like, installing like luxurious hardwood floors in a house, hardwood flooring contractor. And unfortunately, we don't have the volume here, because this is the one that, let's see, there is a voiceover. Now, previously, AI voiceovers were pretty bad, right? You could tell that they were robotic, you could tell they were a machine. This one was pretty damn impressive. It was a British guy. It was pretty flawless. It was like watching a commercial. And the images that are used, the stock videos that are used, along with the script that the guy was reading that went over the voiceover, was pretty phenomenal. It was like an incredible commercial that you could be using on your YouTube channel or something like that. So again, this is leveraging AI to create a 3-minute video that you could then brand and put on a YouTube channel or social media or something. Again, it depends on your comfort level. Depends if you want to show someone else or these videos, but the quality is pretty damn impressive, and it's only going to get better. So this tool is called InVideo. All right, so let's talk about applications for content and marketing. So this is definitely something we leverage it a lot for. You can have it to create website content plan for your website, organize pages and posts into topical clusters, which is something Google wants. It wants your site organized into different topics. And you can get this all done by ChatGPT. You can get ChatGPT or any other writing tool to create the content for you now. And I'll show you an example afterwards. You can even set up tools to auto-publish the content to your site and leverage AI things with images and things like that. So you can create a website entirely from AI. Now, one thing I would want to say is that it's not something I recommend doing solely. Our process in our agency is that we use AI to give us ideas and give us a foundation for content, and then we have human writers that inject your personality, massage the content, and infuse it with your own character and things like that. We still leverage human writers to use AI, but it is totally doable to use AI completely to manage your content creation. So I'll show you, and then we can also do website audits as well. So you can audit your website compared to your competition based on Google's criteria. And I'll show you that example right now. I'll show you a couple of these examples. So let's see, Las Vegas flooring. Let's see if I can use this over there. So I said, I'm a flooring store in Las Vegas. I need to help put together my site structure and content plan for my new website. Your role is to now act as a Google algorithm and determine all of the various pages and posts I will need on my site in order to be an authority for the entities of flooring and Las Vegas in Google's eyes. And it said, okay, it gave me pretty basic homepage, about us page, product categories, service categories, etc. And I said, remember your role is to come up with the website structure and topic clusters as Google algorithm, so I'm looking for much more detail. It gave me a little bit more. See here, and I said, I still think you can do better. For example, I believe there are many more pages that fall under the topic cluster stack for hardwood flooring. Please add 5 to 10 semantically relevant topics for hardwood floor, and then for each other flooring product type and service. I said, okay, great, I'll do that. And it gave me 10 different pages that we have or posts about hardwood flooring. And it did the same thing with carpet, tile, laminate, vinyl, flooring installation, etc. So, taking note of all these different pages and these things, pretty great because it's understanding what Google is actually looking for. And then you have a content plan for a long time, so then writing these posts. So great. Now start writing content for each page. And it pushed back. It said writing full content for each page would be quite extensive and beyond the scope of this platform. Not something I necessarily believe, but so I pushed back a little bit more. And they gave me a content plan for all these. And I said, we both know that you're capable of writing the content. You can take as long as you need. I'm in no rush. Remember that you are also acting as if you were a Google SEO ranking algorithm. So use everything you know about writing proper SEO optimized content. And it gave me a few things, right? So maybe it's because there's too much content there. So if you just did it one at a time, I said that's a good start. Keep going.
And things already learned how to be lazy.
More. Exactly. So these are different things that you can do here. And I did mention earlier that we have.
It's going to go on strike.
We have this is ARPR here, it's premium extension. So there are various different things that I can just use that are pre-built, like figuring out the site structure of the site. I give it a topic and it'll give me 20 different topics related to it. The other one about the SEO audit, this one I got from one of my favorite SEO people. And it's pretty awesome. And what I did is I said, please start by reading this document. Make sure you completely familiar yourself with the guidelines Google looks for. Now this document is I can't remember how many 100-page or how many 1,000-page document, but it's Google's quality guidelines. It is the document it gives its manual users to determine whether a site is quality or not. It tells everything that you must have in your website or web page to show up high in the search engines. So I got it to familiarize itself, and it gave me a summary. And then it said, okay, next I want you to read my website here. So we found a website here in Las Vegas for flooring. Great, we read it. I said, now compare my website with these three that rank higher for the keyword flooring. And it compared it, looked at what their website is. And I said, based strictly, again, remember I said that you have to use specific words? So words like role, your role is, you are now this, do you understand? Or strictly, it helps them understand that really, it helps them be a little bit more narrow in their focus. So that keyword there, based strictly on the guidelines and principles outlined in this first document, analyze these articles and compare them in terms of depth and detail on the content, the demonstration of expertise and credibility, etc. And it gave me some suggestions of what we could do to fix that. And then I said, provide a list of specific action points for improvements that can potentially enhance the ranking of my site. And it gave me a list of things that we should do to enhance our site compared to the competitors. So again, probably 5-10 minutes of work there, and we have an actionable checklist of what we can do to compete with the competitors. This lecture is not about SEO, but when I talk about SEO, really what it is closing the gap between you and the competitors who are ranking higher. So it's understanding what they're doing better and how can you get to where they are. And so this prompt really helps you for that when it comes to your content. Let's get to it. All right, you can also use it for add an email copy. You can create new copywriting. You can optimize existing copy that you have. You can use it for social media. You can create posts. But even before it creates posts, it can even create a content calendar for you. So imagine using what I taught you before about teaching it as much as possible and letting it ask you questions. So I want you, your role is to be my new social media manager. I want you to come up with a social media posting calendar for the next year. What do you need to know from me? So it will give you a whole bunch of different things. You know, when you have any seasonal specials or offers, any specific types of posts, you have offer financing, things like that. You answer that and come up with a list of posts that you can have for the next year. You can even create the posts, create the images using Midjourney, and it can even auto-post to your social media profiles leveraging other tools and things like that. Come up with promos or offers will help you think that out. And the chatbot stuff that we talked about earlier, you know, that you can program everything. You can set up a chatbot on your site that really knows everything about your customer and what they want and how to answer various different customer queries. So let me just show you one more example here. You guys like the examples? That's good. This one I think is cool. This one is called Copy GPT. And it was programmed, it was introduced maybe like 5 months ago or 6 months ago or something like that. And what it is it basically said, you are Copy GPT. So again, its role is Copy GPT. You are a copywriting assistant. You are an expert on analyzing any piece of sales copy and finding the perfect formula. Your role is to take content as input and generate output when you pick 6 formulas, etc. So it says, I am Copy GPT. I'm a copywriting expert. And then it says, these are all the copywriting formulas that you know. Now, I'm not going to even lie, I only know a few of these copywriting formulas, but these are a lot of damn copywriting formulas. And all of a sudden, it now knows all these different copywriting formulas, and it's an expert in all of them because it's crawled the internet and understands what they are. Understand? I'm now equipped with comprehensive grade copywriting formulas. Remember to always pick new formulas, do not go from A to Z. Understood. And then you can say, write a set of Facebook ad copy for this, and it will give you, this is the ADA, which is attention, interest, desire, action. So it gives you, transform your Las Vegas home, discover the latest in luxurious carpet designs, imagine the comfort and elegance of new plush carpets under your feet. Basically, any copywriter would be writing this, and you just trained the AI tool to write this. And obviously, you can inject your own, like I said, always take this and inject your own personality and brand into what you want to say, and that's what we do. But we definitely use this to come up with a foundation. All right, business and process optimization. So, AI tools can also help run your business more efficiently and effectively. So whatever issues you're facing, I'm sure there's an AI tool that will help solve that. So, hiring the right applicants, you just Google hiring AI tools. I found a couple already that they automate the hiring process, eliminate bad candidates, measure the competency and personality traits, and remove the human judgment and emotions like I was talking about. Dynamic pricing optimization, so there's great pricing software out there. Shout out to Showroom Pricing, one of our great partners. There are ways to leverage AI that will read competitor pricing and update your prices based on your competitors, right? Again, that's something you're going to need to use a developer for, but that is totally possible. Inventory management, can give you efficient inventory predictions. Sales process, this is something we do. We train it to understand our customers, and we put together automated lead follow-ups. So any lead that comes in, whether it's a phone call or an email, gets automatically followed up, and that conversation changes based on how they respond to the emails. So custom tailored responses. It helps understand the buyer's journey better and work through objections.
Which platform would you use for that?
We use Go High Level for our marketing automation.
Which one?
Go high level.
Go High
Go High
Level.
Level.
I know what it is.
So we use that and connect to ChatGPT. Processes and SOPs. We had someone here who mentioned processes and SOPs. I hate doing SOPs. It's been a thorn in my side for a long time. But leveraging tools like ChatGPT or like Tango, where I can record my screen and automatically it comes up with step-by-step SOPs and process documents or workflows, is a game changer, right? You can record your screen if you're working online. You can input call transcripts or transcripts, things like that. If you want to record a video, send the transcript into ChatGPT, say, turn it into a step-by-step process that my team can follow. Then I want your role to be a process optimization manager and find ways to make this process more effective and efficient. Things like that help. Finances and reporting, you can analyze data, create reports, translate financial jargon. I never went to business school, so financial reports were never my strength. So asking ChatGPT how to understand various different reports has been huge for me. Finally, a bonus application that I'm pretty sure can work, just needs to be programmed right with the right developers. But this one's pretty cool. Okay, so like I said, it needs to be fleshed out a little bit more. But if there was a way that to leverage AI or automation that would automatically send customized postcards to homeowners who recently purchased a house or sold a house in your area, that would be pretty cool, right? So there are scrapers out there that scrape Zillow or Redfin and things like that list all the recent properties that are sold in specific zip codes. You can then send that scraped data to a tool like PostGrid, which you can send customized postcards, and they have an open API. So you can connect to the API and say, anytime there's someone who updates on this list, send the address, send a postcard, update it, and off it goes. So imagine using a postcard, notifying them, congratulating them on their new purchase or the sale of their home, and say, hey, if you need any new flooring or renovations or maybe a kitchen remodel or something like that, call us, right? So again, not completely built out yet, but this is totally capable of doing this. So that's it for the applications of AI. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself, but I am Daniel Moskovich. I own Flooring Pros Marketing. My background is in SEO and digital marketing. I've been working with businesses in all verticals for the last decade or so to help grow online. Recently shifted my focus working predominantly with flooring businesses over the last few years, and that's where I'm heading now in the future. I'm a father of 2 little dudes. Milo is my oldest son, and Tony is my 4-month-old baby there. play hockey. I know how obvious as being a Canadian. I live in Canada. Golf and ultimate frisbee. I swim every Friday morning with my dad, which is a great thing to do. And my not so secret passion is mixing drinks at my bar. This is my newly renovated bar in the basement. Turn that old retro thing into something pretty cool. If you ever find yourself in Winnipeg, and I have a few people here who are there, you're welcome to my basement bar, and I'll make you a great cocktail. I have a full bar, so you got it. And I'm here all week. I'm at booth 1076. Come talk to us, find out what we do, how we can help you. We are digital growth partners for employing businesses, Google search traffic, paid ads, websites, marketing automation, and starting to leverage AI as much as possible as we can, because it's all new to all of us. So like I said, come by to booth 1076. We're also giving away money as a draw. Fill out a form, a survey, you get a chance to pick a poker chip from the bucket. Some are going to be real, some are going to be not real with my business card on them. So come enter for a chance to win some cash. I believe we're going to put up to $500 there. So definitely worth to come by. And if you like what I said, if you like my talk here and you want to book